I've been a fan of your work for, well, first thing I ever saw that you did was Hell or High Water. But going through my friend Andrew Schultz turned me on to Yellowstone. I got a text message from him once, like at 1 o'clock in the morning, like, dude, Yellowstone, have you seen it? Like, no, everybody's watching it. Should I watch it? He's like, dude, watch it. So I got into Yellowstone. And it goes like, Yellowstone is fucking great, but 1923 is better. But 1883, holy shit. And on your recommendation, I finished it last night. I was up till 1:30 in the morning. I didn't sleep. I went to bed at like 4 because I was just laying around my house just thinking about it. Just going, what the fuck, man? I don't think anybody has ever nailed that time period like you did. There's nothing close. There's nothing even in the fucking ballpark. Nothing.
Well, thanks. I the reason I chose to do this for a living, I was off to my third college I was going to go flunk out of, and right before I left, I'd read Lonesome Dove, Murtry's book, and then I saw the miniseries with Duvall and Tom LaVey, and I said, I want to do that. I don't know what that is, but that's what I want to do.
Wow.
So I started as an actor first because I thought that's what it was, and then I realized I'm not doing that. I'm not creating a story. And then finally, I got the cojones to quit and write my own. But yeah, 1883 was me. Yellowstone's the punk rock me. There's a fair amount of it has no plot really. Don't take my land. I want your land.
Right.
And in that, I have a lot of opportunities to poke fun, but also kind of point out different points of views and kind of really study a way of life in a world. But there's a lot of defiance in the way that I do it. It's not surprising that critics hate it because it's designed for them
Critics
to hate.
hate what? They hate Yellowstone?
And confounded by its success.
Oh, God.
They can't get their heads around why it's success. There's been New York Times has done multiple articles where they're doing like this essay on how is this shit so popular.
Oh, God. That's so funny. It's so funny that they don't get it.
1883 was me grown up saying like, hey, let's take a look back at history.
Yeah.
Let's look at us and who us is as far as the Europeans who settled this place. And let's not argue about whether they should or shouldn't have. Let's just look at what the hell they went through to do it.
Critics are less relevant today than at any time in human history. They really are. They're off so much more than they're on.
Yeah, agreed.
And most people don't buy into it at all. Like if you look at a perfect example is one of Dave Chappelle's specials. The critic score was like 3% on Rotten Tomatoes, and then the public score was 97%.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know.
That's all my shows.
Who the fuck are you? Like, who are these people? Who are these people that are critics?
I have a show called Mayor of Kingstown, which is all about literally the decay of an American city. And I think it was 21% on Rotten Tomatoes and 94% audience rating, something like that. Something bananas.
And I just don't understand why they're still employed. I mean, what is the purpose that they serve other than speaking to other completely disconnected, supposedly highbrow people that live in congested urban areas?
Yeah, and I think also that critics, and I don't know why, but they seem to feel a need to judge any project by how is it looking at the lens through today's new question morality? What should we be making movies about? And you can make a shitty movie about something that they support, and they're going to support that movie. But that's not my job. My job as a storyteller is to pick a world and look through the window and not judge it and go, hey, here's what it was.
Yeah.
And here's the decision some people made. And, for me, the holy grail as a storyteller is entertain, educate, and enlighten. Don't give anybody answers, just lots of questions to think about. That's my job. Because I can't stand to pay money and have somebody preach to me their ideas. That's the fastest way to get me out of. That's the reason I hated Forrest Gump, and I don't mean to say that. I'm going to catch a lot of shit. But this doddering fucking idiot is the only guy that can figure out the world. Everybody else around him, he's just going to go on a fucking run across America, and everyone's going to follow him, and that's going to heal the country. I just was like, what is this shit?
Well, I think back then it was novel. Because the idea was like like it could be so much simpler that this simple guy could figure it out, and that we're all so disconnected.
The
from
irony
the
is
solutions.
you couldn't make that movie today.
Oh, no way.
Because someone would be too offended at
Sure.
the portrayal of Forrest's character.
Well, my favorite movie that you can never make today is Tropic Thunder.
Oh,
It's a fucking great movie. I'm so glad they haven't banned it, you know, like they've done so many books, like, you know, and Tom Hanks, you know, like if you go and watch his portrayal of Forrest Gump, it's nothing compared to the way they do like that Simple Jack character in Tropic Thunder. I mean, and when he says you never go full retard, like you can't even say that word anymore.
no, but if you look at that movie, which was designed to offend, but also ridicule us taking ourselves too seriously. That's one of our jobs.
Yes.
You know, it's hey,
Yeah.
we're all taking ourselves way too seriously, and if we can make light of this and make jokes about this, then all of a sudden it won't feel so serious, and we can be reflective.
Well, what's happened in your business has happened in my business too. The business of comedy, like comedy movies, are dead. They've essentially killed the genre. All the movies that we grew up loving, like all the movies like Something About Mary and, you know, fucking, you can go down the line all the way down to Animal House. You could never make any of those movies anymore.
And to go one step further, like comedians, since Lenny Bruce, these guys, men and women whose job it was to push the envelope as far as it can be pushed to help us look at ourselves. And you think of the greats, like the great comics, Bill Hicks, Eddie Murphy, Sam Kinison, I mean, Robin Williams. And you look at their acts. Hell, look at what's her name before she did a talk show? Joan Rivers.
Yeah.
None of their acts would be socially acceptable today. And I don't know that they were socially acceptable then, but that was their job. Richard Pryor, he
Yeah.
couldn't say 90% of what he said.
Yeah.
But you need people to sit there and push those boundaries, because art to one person, offensive to another, but you got to have it. You got to have it all.
Yeah, we say, you know, in the comedy world, we say we're the last line of defense because this is where the woke meets the wall. The woke meets the wall with stand-up comedy. You can't have woke comedy. It sucks. It's impossible. You can't, like, always punch up and cater to everybody. It's like, no. That's not what's funny. What's funny is the fucking weird things that people do and all of our hypocrisies and all of our contradictions and all the chaos about being a human being. And if you want to never make fun of marginalized groups or never make fun of protected classes or never make fun of anybody that's downtrodden or disassociated or you can't do that. You can't. That's not stand-up comedy. Stand-up comedy has to be everything. It has to be everything that's funny, regardless of whether or not it's socially acceptable to make fun of those things.
And I think that we need to, it's healing to laugh, right?
Yeah.
It's healing to, and by the way, if we're going to talk about race relations, who are some of the people that help push that, who help people understand how you felt on, you know, how in the world when I'm 14 years old am I supposed to know how it feels to be African-American in LA? How am I going to know that growing up in a small town in Texas? But then you see a comic who's from South Central LA make jokes about me, make jokes about living there, and you get some understanding of it.
Yeah.
You have some empathy. You have some knowledge.
Well, we're in a weird time where everybody has a say, and I don't think everybody should be able to talk. It's like, I mean, everybody should be able to talk, but through social media, that gets just broadcast en masse to the world. And you get these groups of people that they huddle up in these fucking echo chambers and they duke it out.